Welcome back. Joining us virtually this afternoon, we have Daphne, the unconventional dietitian. Daphne, good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here with us virtually today.
How are you? Thank you for having me.
Of course. So today's topic is all about nutrition to boost our immunity. So what helpful tips do you have for our viewers at home?
Well, I think there are three things to think about whenever we're talking about immunity and nutrition. One is that there are some nutrients that will help to support your immune system. There are some foods that we eat that will suppress the immune system. And then we also have to think about how we support our GI tract and our gut microbiome, because the majority of our immune system, I think it's about 80 to 85% of our immune system starts in our GI tract.
Okay, so let's start with that one first. What foods should people avoid or add to their diet to help with their GI tract?
So to support the GI tract, really we're finding that fiber is a really important thing to help the GI tract because it helps to support the microbes in the GI tract. And this is fairly new. I mean, it's coming around, it's being explored more, but we're realizing that fiber is probably better than just taking probiotic supplements to support the GI tract. But also, if you know that there are foods that don't really work well for you, so like if you know that you don't tolerate dairy or milk, then you probably should avoid it, which a lot of people don't do.
And I know there's the powdered fiber. Do you recommend not doing that and sticking to like whole foods and veggies?
Well, I'll always recommend whole foods first, but sometimes people, having the powdered fibers or a supplemental type of fiber can be beneficial.
And so, Daphne, what are some foods that we can eat to actually boost our immunity, and which ones can we avoid that suppress our immunity?
So the foods, if we're following along with everything that we've seen with all of the COVID pandemic stuff, we know that vitamin C is very important. And so foods that have vitamin C would be things like strawberries, oranges, actually broccoli has a fair amount of vitamin C in it. And then also zinc, we know is important to help support the immune system. So zinc is going to be found in most of our different types of meats, more in red meat, even oysters are a great contributor to zinc, and pumpkin seeds are really good for zinc. And then foods that we should be avoiding, sugar, unfortunately, sugar is going to suppress the immune system, and alcohol. So those are two that are pretty common in our culture, but really are working against us when it comes to immune system.
Dang it is king cake season too, so that's going to be hard. So swap out some king cake slices for some veggies and fruits. Daphne, really quick, before we go, how can people find you?
The best place to find me is on my website, theunconventionaldietitian.com, but I'm also hanging out on Instagram and Facebook, so you can find me in those places too.
Awesome. Daphne, thank you so much for joining us virtually today.
Thank you.